Business continues to be really solid on the operating side, and on the growth side, or the net unit growth side, really extraordinary. I mean, we are firing on all cylinders, really in every geography. And to me, one of the things that was most interesting, and we talked about this a little on the quarterly call, while we've seen weakened operating performance in China, which is our second largest market, we signed more deals in the first half of 2024 than in any 6-month period in our history in China. And so to me, that suggests that both public and private real estate entities in China are betting on the long-term viability of the travel and tourism space.
But we saw RevPAR at least going down in China about 8%. Do you have any indication whether will be a turnaround in the domestic market going forward, potentially this quarter or the one after, or if not domestically, from inbound travel from people returning to China?
Yeah, so in terms of domestic, slow, steady progress. We said on the call, we don't expect this to be a long-term phenomenon. And then on inbound, it's interesting. On a global basis, pre-pandemic, about 18 to 19% of our total room nights were cross-border travel. At the end of Q3, we were already over 20%. And that's with more to come in terms of restoration of airline seat capacity in Greater China. So we think there's more and more upside for that international inbound.
And if we talk about global RevPAR, we look at Q3, we see an increase. It's up to 3%. But if we focus and isolate EMEA and Asia Pacific, excluding China, that number goes up to 9%. Now, obviously, RevPAR, a very important metric for hotels. What are the specific areas within these two regions that are really driving this growth?
Well, I'm talking to you today from Osaka, and I think Japan is a great illustration of the strength that we're seeing across the APEC region. But most of the markets in APEC are experiencing really strong both occupancy and average rate growth. And across EMEA, I think the Middle East, Dubai, the Emirates continue to be quite strong. And then much of Western Europe, we continue to see really strong demand.